I honestly never expected we would get a masterclass of an episode like this week. RUKIA'S Bankai has been something I've been looking forward to seeing for a while, and just to clarify, I'm not a source reader. I don't really recall her having a Bankai back in the original seasons, but at the end of last episode, the poem at the end was S-note, which usually means said character in the poems will be important in the next episode. But when I heard this episode was gonna be Rukia versus him, I was ecstatic. But this episode blew everything out of the water and gave us even more than just a fight. The voice acting was god tier. Matsuouka Yoshitsugu went harder than he needed to. Absolute phenomenal work, especially considering he doesn't usually do voices like these. Others such as Rukia and Byakuya as well, I really loved all their lines. With all that said, let's just jump into the review. We start off on Ichigo's point of view. He completed the remainder of his training off screen. I wonder though if we're gonna get any flashbacks or scene to his training with the 6-armed lady. I think her name was Senjumaru. They'll probably show it during one of his fights, I guess. Now focusing on Rukia's perspective after Renji getting his Bankai last episode, we jump straight into Note attacking Rukia, using that fight as a way to find Byakuya, giving Rukia the chance to show off her reformed Shikai, so to speak. And honestly, I'm pugging with this new concept of I got my ass beat once, so I went to rediscover my Zanpakuto and I've obtained its true form. Just like the Quincy's had a power-up trump card, the Soul Reapers also now have a Spark with a Moment counter. It was really interesting to see some similarities between Rukia's new ability and what Komomura did, although Komomura's stakes were higher since he literally gave up his heart. Both of them were not quote-unquote alive. So in Rukia's case, Note couldn't spread his fear into her at first due to her cells stopping and her just presumably using Reishi to keep herself intact. Honestly thought she got him at first when she struck him frozen, but I guess I should have expected him not to go down that easily and retaliate. I almost forgot they had their whole power-ups and bro just pulled out his final form. And surprisingly, even with her whole power-up, Rukia couldn't resist the fear anymore, likely thanks to her limit of keeping her body below freezing temperature and using that attack on him. With that last minute save, the GOAT Byakuya pulls up to save Rukia. There are so many factors to his appearance here, with him giving Rukia motivation, helping her snap out of it, and also just absolutely flexing on this man Note. All those Senbon Sakura flowers you'd usually see from his Bankai were literally just his Shikai. Now I'm really wondering how crazy his improved Bankai is gonna be. But the most important moment with him and Rukia was Byakuya finally giving Rukia the acknowledgement she seeked for and deserved. A really impactful and beautiful scene. I also loved how those impactful words led to the moment of her releasing her Bankai. Also, can we just talk about Byakuya's wise words? If you don't fear anything, what you're seeing is his own fear reflected in you. Something along those lines. But that is a literal bar. I haven't pointed it out, but S-Note pulling out all his stops and even that horrid looking form at the end because he's afraid. They're managing to counter his attacks and even see through them, realizing if he doesn't kill them immediately, Yu Habaku will abandon him or even execute him for failing, just like what happened to those other Stern Raiders earlier in the episode. I feel like it was the same with Bambietta, not the same reason as Note, but both realize their attacks are being countered even in their special forms and they start freaking out. Anyways, Rukia's Bankai Haka no Togame and just the attack itself was so kino. They couldn't have done it better. I loved what they did with that F that was Note's symbol, just becoming frozen and then breaking apart as he admits his fear. Little details like those thrown in are just an absolute treat to see. What was also a treat is Rukia's Bankai form. It looks so good. I love the emphasis on the ice and the coloring. Comparing this to the manga design, it just looks 10 times better. I love the extra details added into all these character designs. Lastly, I'm wondering how many times Rukia can use her Bankai. Maybe since it's new, it can only be used once for now, considering her body was about to start cracking until Byakuya stopped it. I'm guessing as she trains more, eventually she'll master the Bankai to be able to utilize it whenever she needs it. Now I'm really just wondering what she's gonna do if she has to fight another Stern Raider. Anyways, this was the best episode of this course so far. Once again, phenomenal performance from Matsuouka Yoshitsugu. He really took the cake this episode. Animation as well was peak. Let me know what y'all thought about the episode down in the comments, and I'll see you guys in the next one.